Hello. In this video, I need to tell you about how much I love my Canon P. I also need to mention that this video was shot in February in the snow and then partially recorded in Chicago in more snow and now being edited in the Dominican Republic in what I can only describe as 200% humidity. Please stick around for the video. Let me know how much you like it. Hit me down in those comments and just give me a big old one of them likes because I said I was gonna finish this video in February and it's definitely at least June. All right, let's get to it. So we're gonna be looking for some people to take pictures of. Hopefully there's a few out here. Hopefully the sun stays out, stays looking just nice enough. I can't see shit. Yo, what's up? It's me coming at you with another video. Definitely trying to squeeze this one out by February, but we'll see how that works out. Early March is the same as February, really. So today we're gonna be talking about one of my favorite cameras, the beast, the brick that is the Canon P. So the Canon P is a rangefinder style camera. It uses the LTM, the Leica thread mount. So you gotta screw the lens onto there. And it's all analog, it's heavy, absolute brick, and I love it. That's why we're using the Canon P. Plus I've been wanting to make a video on the Canon P, and the last one I tried to make, I hated all the photos, so I didn't. So the NBA All-Star game was in Indianapolis, and I didn't go to the game, but you know, Indy's a small city, I lived there, and so I came out to take a whole bunch of pictures. The only thing is that there's this thing that happens in Indy sometimes where winter's almost over and you get like a 60-degree day and a 50-degree day and then it'll just snow. And luckily for the All-Star game, that's exactly what happened. So on that Friday, I went out to take a couple of pictures in the snow during a storm and, well, it was a terrible idea. This was a bad idea. Based off of how all of this is going so far, this video will never see the light of day. Been trying my hand more at street photography. I think I've been enjoying it. I still feel like a novice, but I looked up a little bit of saw leader stuff, and that's kind of what I had in mind when I went out, was to try to replicate some of that. I never really got the chance to shoot through any glass or any windows or anything like that, like you've seen in some of his photos, but because of the atmosphere of shooting straight through snow, I think I kind of nailed it, especially in this photo. All right, so maybe not exactly Saw, but I definitely do love this photo. I mean, I wish maybe the pole didn't look like it was coming directly out of the top of her head, but I still like it even with that flaw in it. And fun fact, the guy in the white car throwing up the peace sign is one of my friends who just so happened to be driving by. Indy, one of them big small cities. You could bump into anybody. So for the first day out in the snowstorm, we were gonna be shooting a little bit of Portrait 400. I was gonna be using the 1.8 50mm Canon lens that comes with this camera. Not comes with it, but I mean, if you look them up on eBay and any of the lenses are on the bodies, it's pretty much this one. This lens is fast and sexy and vintage, like me. In this moment right now, I feel like I might have just wasted a whole roll of Portrait 400. Sorry if the camera's shaking, my hands are very cold. So after that terribly cold day and almost freezing to death, I thought that maybe the next day would provide a little more sunshine, and it definitely did. All right, cool. So yesterday I came out during a snowstorm to try and get some good photos. It was very hard. It didn't work out well. I don't think, I haven't seen the photos yet. I brought the Canon P back out with some more 400 speed film, and it's less cold. And so today, it's my redemption. Do I look crazy? Oh my, it's fine. So for this day, kept the camera the exact same. Decided that I was going to be shooting a little bit of the Cinestill 400D, and this time I was going to bring my 35mm LTM lens by Voigtlander. For me, it's like the street photography lens. You can get a lot of atmosphere and a lot of environment, but also a lot of the subject. So, you know, I thought that that would be a perfect lens to use on a nice day like this where I knew the city would be full of people. Here's the thing, I didn't know that any of these photos on this first day were gonna come out. The whole entire time I was shooting zone focus because it was a little too snowy and too windy and too terrible to really put the camera up to my face and look out through it. So I locked in a lot of zone focus and then just kind of got a little bit of framing and then shot it. And it worked out really well for a lot of these. Coming out with Marketa is always more fun than going out by myself. She's my right-hand gal, young Hesky Chesky out here. We walked around the city and made sure we found a couple of spots to shoot with. I would also like to bring up the major downside of this camera. The frame counter doesn't work, so I literally have no idea how many frames I'm shooting. And Marketa asks, why don't I count? But who's counting when they're taking photos? I'm just snapping. So I didn't get to take all of them downtown, but I did take the majority of them. All in all, I ended up liking way more of these photos than I thought that I would, and I just kind of wanted to share them with you guys in a short video.